Hey, it's Miss Lady T. Sorry about that. It's like so hot here. It's ridiculous. The humidity is just nuts. I gotta tell you this download I just got. I pulled cards just to see if I was correct and what I'm feeling and made some notes about it. So what I watched something this morning on YouTube, and they was talking about churches and nonprofit organizations. Just putting 2 plus 2 together, 1 plus 1 together, connect the dots, whatever. What if you had a trust fund that somebody stole? What better way to hide a bunch of money? I'm going to say money soap. And they had all their money soap happening. What better way to hide this money than to put it in a church? Just putting it out there. Don't know if it's true. Not sure. This is the message I got this morning. I watched something on YouTube this morning talking about different church organizations and how you really don't notice any worshiping going on, but it looks more like a business, venture. That if it's in the family, I'm just getting this. If it's in the family, say your family's in the church. I'm not saying anything, but my dad was pastor of a church for many, many years. A few churches. Rest in peace, Dad. Not sure. I mean, I was young. Went to church 4 times a week, sometimes 5, all my life until I was probably 22, 23. And I wouldn't know anything about this because I was that young, and they married me off when I was 17, or did they sell you off? I don't know. Just collective. Don't know. These are the downloads I'm getting. And what if? Oh, I just got a confirmation. And what if to get this money, to attain this money that you didn't know you had? What if they hid this in the church? And what if your ex, supposedly, let's say they acted broke all the time. This is kind of veining off the church thing. It's been rumored that the ex, had sold your relations online because everything was taped, that anytime you had relations with your boyfriend, it was, sold or trafficked. I always noticed my ex never really having a lot of money. He always used to say, if I had money, you'd stay with me. And that wasn't it. I've never been after anybody for money. Everybody I've ever been with has never had any money. That's not my main goal. Yes, you need money to survive and do shit. But it's not what I went for. I went for love. I went for companionship, unity, to be equally yoked, which I was in church, but I didn't really, I was put into, being a parent at 23 and then again at 32. Marrying, never dated. Married my first husband twice. Right after him, married another man. Didn't have a child by him. But not getting too far into the shit, but he always had to say he had to take it from his son's account. His son was really good with computers, worked from home, made good money because very good at computers. Can do anything with computers. My son, the same. I have 2 boys. Very good with computers, can do anything with a phone, computer, whatever. Not saying nothing, because I hope to God not that people that I'm related to, that are my kids and stuff, that had anything to do with this kind of thing. I pray and hope God no. But how easy would it be to hide a large amount of money by, putting it in churches? Maybe not one church, maybe 2, maybe 3 or 4 churches. Maybe there's a few churches in your community. It's non-profit. They're tax-free. They use their donations to people to hide the criminal activity. How easy would it be to be like, oh yeah, they donated money to this, donated money. Non-profit organizations, it's tax-free. Just, it makes sense. I pulled cards out, and I got, moving on from this situation, because there's secrets being held. And they receive accumulation from this. Now they're having anxiety. Endings in defeat, I got in reverse. So it's really ending. There's people curious about this, who caused you poverty. You're using apathy because you're not giving these people time of day. I've had so many people reach out to me, wanting pictures, wanting this, good morning, how are you doing? Just these people I don't deal with anymore. Looking for recognition to keep their security. It keeps going. They did this with a passion, that you have intuition, burden. Now they have extra burdens. I mean, man, over the devil, because you have foresight. They use love to do this to you, so that way they keep you in lack. Queen of Swords, you know the shit, you know what's going on. Keep your guard up, because you're a high priestess. Use your temperance, because shit's going to get hairy, to block this Wheel of Fortune, because you have good foresight. And then we had this, Queen of Swords, because you need to stay diligent and keep your guard up by using apathy to avoid these people making advances towards you, because they're all pray about it, but it looks like they're in cahoots. Going to be a conflict within the community to keep them balanced. They can't keep balanced anymore because you're figuring out their shit. And as I'm going through this and looking at this right now, I was watching this compilation on YouTube, talking about different conspiracy theories and different things going around. And this is just a warning for some people out there. I don't know. There's a reason I seen it. I don't know. I hope this isn't true. Oh, man, that's why. There's a download. Son of a... Somebody in the military. This hits home. God, this hits home. Okay, somebody in the military. This was a story, and it was overseas. I forget where it was. But the military and the wife, and the military man and the wife, had home cameras. And the wife, it was just home camera. She's, standing there in the kitchen or whatever. No husband around at this point, because the husband's getting ready for work, or wherever he goes. She was putting bleach in his coffee in the morning. Just every morning, putting bleach in the coffee. Well, the husband wondered, and this is a military man. God, this hits home. It sounds like a sacrifice to me. Because they're things, they have to sacrifice somebody they love, somebody they care about. That's how they level up in these covens and shit. Put bleach in his coffee every morning. And you notice his coffee tasting funny, having a weird taste to it. Sorry about my scabby nose. Fighting shit around here. Yeah, I look like this because I've been battling the most, yo. But you can't even see him. You can't see him. Spiritual battling, man. I gotta get myself together a little bit more. Plus, it's 100 degrees. Feeling like, but she put bleach in the coffee of her husband every morning to kill him slowly, of course, or to unalive him slowly. My bad. Sorry. And he started watching the home footage, because there was footage of her in the kitchen and had the bleach in the coffee every morning. And he pretended to drink the coffee, but after he seen the footage, he was going to wait and see, they was getting ready to move back to the States. Well, they get back to the States. He showed the footage. I'm not sure. She ended up getting time, not a lot of time for, attempted unaliving. Damn, that hits home. But to get on the Coven thing, they have to sacrifice people they love. They can sacrifice other people, I guess, is the way I take it. But if it's people that they love or they've been close to, they level up in the Coven church faster, and they get higher ranking this way. Be aware of what you're drinking and eating. Watch, if you go to a church, I mean, that's cool and all and well and cool. If your family has any ties, and while I'm getting this download, I took my dog out, I was outside, and a car drove by and had a license plate, Brown's license plate in the front. So that name could be significant. Not the football group, not that I'm aware of. The last name. Maybe Brown. It's in this shit. Squirrel climbing up my tree. Just be aware. I think this shit it's tied into so much shit. I mean, I'm blown away about how much shit these people have gotten themselves into. On top of the insurance fraud, on top of the wire fraud, on top of the marriage fraud, and not blackmailing, because if you've told the truth and everybody knows what you've ever did, there's no blackmailing. You can't blackmail somebody that their business is already out there, and that's why I made a point to put my business, my addictions out on Front Street. Yes, I was addicted to pills. Yes, I was addicted to methamphetamines. Yes, I was, never addicted to alcohol, though I did drink off and on. Never could get the taste of alcohol too much to make it a habit. But these are some of the lies that they're out here telling. I've defeated all that shit. Yes, I smoke, once a day. 99% of the time it's once. Usually early evening. I don't like to smoke before I go to bed because it blocks I'll dream, but I won't remember them in the morning. So I'm adjusting, whether it gets cut out completely or not. Or just kicked on confirmation. Low vibrational activity will cut your downloads down. Just don't give them material to fucking, I can't believe all the people that's texting me that want pictures. They're trying to get you caught up. And I get it. That wall is just, the veil is just almost invisible at this point. And it just blows my mind of how much stuff they've hid in different places. I pray over every kid I see. There's a robin. Just flew up on the thing. I see signs that I'm shown. Might be your city and the city next to you that's involved in this, and probably a lot more cities, more countries, maybe. I don't know. Country of Turkey came up yesterday, and that was up in the movie. One of the movies I was watching the other day. He's like, "Yeah, man, I got this shit from Turkey," and it's just like, and then I seen it again on TV. And about shamans and them trying to go to these people to get you, get the inside on what's your protection. Why aren't you failing? Why aren't you crumbling to the ground and being depressed? And why aren't you not liking yourself? Which I'm nowhere close to any of this shit. You could be, though, if you let it get to you. I get that. I get it. But exposure. Maximum exposure. Do not let them silence you. Don't let them scare you. You got the Most High on your side. He's not going to let nothing happen to you. And God's willing. If it's not your time, it's not your time. To be not here is what I'm saying. Don't let them bully you. And my situation, it's been that way most of my life. Just bullied and pushed back into corners. This time, I didn't crumble. I didn't reach out to karmic people. I didn't reach out to go and get hooked up on other stuff or to find more addictions or to spend my money, not trying to, survive to eat, or survive to have a phone, or survive to, get a pack of smokes if I need a pack of smokes. They have done the most. And I'm sitting here as a survivor. You can get through this. And if I empower anybody today, take it as it resonates. This might not be for everybody. FedEx just came by, which has got the name of kind of two people. And that was in my other download I had the other day. But anyway, I had to get this out. It's like a lot of times I'll get more stuff out in the morning. I'm trying not to eat so much today, and I notice if I eat big meals, I'm going to take a nap, and I don't get downloads as much. I don't catch information as quick. So I get the fasting. It's hard to do sometimes, but the stuff that's being enlightened me today, it's blowing my mind. On my YouTube channel, I got to looking at my subscribers and my number of videos. 365 subscribers, which I'm very thankful for, very blessed. It could be worse, it could be better. But that's 365 days a week, or a year. And then the number of videos was like 240. So 24 hours. So it said 365/24 on my YouTube channel. And I'm just like, it's come full circle. It's like full circle. Maybe your year or your tribulation of the dark night of the soul and getting through your karma and doing more good things than, not doing bad things, and really using your noggin, using your discernment about these people and avoiding people that don't have any good for you at all. I just had to get that out, man. I'm blown away. And a lot of times I want to set this up during the night and have my lights going and stuff, and it looks cool and stuff. I can't wait that long. I got to get it out now while I'm just, trying to take care of house stuff and animals things and house duties and, situations, home situations that you got to get through. Maybe you don't have a lot of funds to get through them, making sure your animals are fed, making sure you're fed, take care of, roof over your head. I'm very blessed to have that. But damn, have these people been doing the most? If this is all true, which I think unfortunately it is, and it's sad. It's sad. It's sad these people are that greedy and that honed in on that almighty dollar that they have to do the most and not want you here and have people try to, poison and have you people and feed you bad, I'll say D-rugs or whatever. Because all of a sudden my ex was, here, have this, have that, hear this. You don't have to get this, I'll get it for you. I've had a whole year of being sick, just being sick. Sicker than I've ever been in my life. Made it through. Lost probably 50 pounds. Got down to like 117. I looked horrible. I was just like, yay, I'm losing weight. They're killing you. They was trying to unalive you. But just keep your temperance, because temperance did come out. Let me just split the deck real quick and see what I get. Justice. Split the deck on justice. What's on the bottom? Patience. So just hang in there, everybody. We're going to get through it. Justice will be served. It's another hot one today in Ohio. Looks like the heat's getting turned up a little hotter. Maybe that's, weather's relevant. A whole line of storms coming this way. So I'm just like, people are pissed. People are upset. Weather is significant too. It has to do with your mood. It has to do with the moods of people around you as well, I believe. Everything is connected to everything. And the quicker everybody realizes this and raise your vibration so you can realize this shit and not be fooled and not be smokescreened, that you'll see this shit. And I'm at a time in my life today, right now, that I'm blown away by the shit that it's shown to me. And it's just, wow. And I've been blind to this how long? Wow. And damn. My dog just looked up at me. And tomorrow's significant. I don't... It's significant because I believe that is... some of us have fake birthdays. And I don't know for sure. But I think my real birthday is tomorrow, but... You know, they have to hide everything. They have to hide your birth date, and change your name, hide you in a little small town that nobody's ever heard of. I mean, anytime I've ever put my name of my town out there, where's that? Never heard of it. Never heard. They're hiding you. Perhaps. But what a perfect place to hide, right in the middle of covens and Satan worshipers and traffic things and the things I've seen and things I've been shown. I'm just like, well, if I'm the one to do it, let me do it. God be with me and God help me through it. So, I don't know. Miss Lady T, like, share, subscribe. Stay tuned. Have a good Sunday. Bye.